What's good, people? Welcome back to Cars with Ben, and in today's video we are doing a top 5 best MX5 mods. This is just my opinion, it's very subjective, and of course, once again, I have used other content that isn't mine, but I hope you can enjoy this video because I have made some good top tips for anyone who's thinking about modding their MX5 and just wants to get some ideas. Let's jump straight into it. Start with number 1, Headlight Covers. So this is a really easy mod. Most of these are going to be really small, but if you own pretty much any MX5, you can do the headlight covers. On this particular one, on the NB, I think it looks fantastic. I've got them myself, and they're very subtle, but they really make a huge difference. Like, they make a huge difference to the car, but it just looks great. It's very small, so I really like headlight covers, and particularly in this one, if you've got an Mark 1 NA, you've got the sort of adjustment to them so they can look a bit lazier and just really cool look. It's small but great. In at number 2, the suspension. So, as I'm sure you're aware, most cars look great when you lower them, and this is no exception with the MX5. So the MX5 with suspension, you're probably looking, depending on how much you want to spend, maybe 600 quid. But it really does drop it. And since it's low enough, I think it doesn't really add to the price too much. Once you get those suspension coilovers, maybe you can bring it down horrifically. So it looks great. I wouldn't bring it down too much, particularly if in the UK and we've got parking humps and whatnot, or speed bumps. But yeah, I think particularly in this video, as you can see, the guy who's done it has just made it very, very not too low, but just low enough to look very stancy. And well, maybe that's the wrong word, but I think it's a really good option for people who are considering modifying their MX5. There's so much choice again, and it is a bit more of an expensive option. Coming in at number 3, wheels. Okay, wheels are so key to any look, in my opinion. So you can have so many different types, different sizes. They come in all shapes and sizes. So looking at these, I think, in my opinion, every single one suits an MX5, whether it's an M Mark II, Mark 1, Mark 3, Mark 4. The stance on some of these is fantastic, and you can kind of get a good idea of what it looks like. Wheels generally cost around 500 quid for a pair of 4, probably a bit more. Really depends what sort of brand you want to go for. So obviously, if you are going for a high-end brand, you're looking at £1,000. But it doesn't matter, because I think if it looks good, it doesn't matter too much. I think that's the main thing with wheels, is that they are just an accessory to look great. But really recommend wheels. I think that's a great place to start, especially if you're modding your car for the first time. Number 4, the turbo. So this is a bit more of an engine mod. This is the only engine mod here. The turbo is well known for making the MX5 faster, and a very popular mod. So the mod itself increases the horsepower, and as we know, MX5s generally are quite low on power. But the turbo makes it sound better, and of course increases the power, which is an absolute fantastic combination of the things you want in an MX5. Now, obviously, I wouldn't know enough about this as I'm not a mechanic, but I definitely would recommend increasing a turbo if you're doing it to a project car, because it just makes it so much faster, and you've already got a light car. Obviously, prices for turbos vary, but you are looking a couple hundred to maybe 500, a bit more. It really depends on the turbo again. So just check out the prices to be sure. And the final one, the body kits. So obviously everyone loves a body kit. Everyone's played Need for Speed. But having a body kit is so important to the rest of the look, especially if you're doing a wide body look, which is really popular again on the MX5. As you can see in this build, the wide arches over the wheels really, really make that look significant. And I think a fantastic look. Obviously, the more you spend on sort of accessories in terms of body kit and turbo, the higher it's going to be. So just be aware that some of these mods will go gone from the lower to the higher end spectrum. And it really depends what your budget is and what you want to do with the car, really. For me, I like it clean, but I personally don't really want to sink all my money into a car when I'm going to buy something else at some point. However, I can really appreciate these builds, because I just think, I just love it. It's proper Need for Speed build, and I wish I could build something like this and have a build, but maybe one day. And I think, nothing wrong with body kit. Body kits generally are over £1,000 for probably a bad one. You probably want to look at about £2,000 for a body kit. even if it's even if it is a sort of wide body, you're looking at a good few £1,000. So probably one of the most expensive items on here. Anyway, that has been my video today, guys. Hope you've enjoyed it. I will see you guys in the next video for more car content. I'm really enjoying making this content at the moment, so do feel free to subscribe, because yeah, a lot of the car videos I'm making are just helpful tips that if anyone can get anything from it and just a bit of fun to watch. I'm Cars with Ben. I'm all car related, and I hope that it has been knowledgeable and fun for you to watch. So do consider subscribing. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.